Hi everyone, my name is Alex Goel. I'm a Senior Analyst at Cancer Care Ontario, and I'm going to speak today about how we at CCO are going to be using structured data capture in an upcoming project. So just a little bit of background on Cancer Care Ontario. We're a provincial agency that serves an advisory role to the Ontario Ministry of Health and Long-Term Care, and they are the single payer for most healthcare procedures in our province. So every Ontarian has this OHIP card, which they can use to get any covered care. So our main problem in Ontario right now is that a lot of our data is considered dark data. We have it, but it's difficult to access. It's siloed, captured in different formats. It's in narrative text, so it's not machine readable, or it's not standardized. And this makes it really difficult to access this data and learn things from it. Ultimately, we want to use synoptic reporting to unlock the value that's hidden in this data. So what is synoptic reporting? I broke down 3 levels of reporting here. We have narrative reports that have no fields or anything separating it. It's just a blob of text. Structured reports that has defined content and headings. And some might even have checklists and radio buttons, for example, or pick lists. And then we have synoptic reports. Now, synoptic reports are like structured reports because they have discrete fields, but the data is mineable and coded to specific concepts. And this is what we really want to get at, because we need more data and we need better data in order to provide better policy advice to the ministry. So we want to collect this data, analyze it, use it to inform policy ultimately. So just a little bit on synoptic reporting currently at Cancer Care Ontario. We collect almost every pathology report done in an electronic format using the College of American Pathologists electronic cancer checklists. We collect patient-reported outcomes in a synoptic manner as well. We're working on expanding our imaging synoptic data collection, and currently we have an implemented low-dose CT template that's being used to collect some synoptic data. And we also have a synoptic-like system in radiation therapy that collects a large amount of data. Now, unfortunately, we don't have interoperability between all of these systems, and so it's difficult to relate the data in these different sets. Really, our vision is across this care continuum here that we would be able to relate all of this data and use it interoperably, quickly, in real time. So everything from a referral to the pathology study to the surgery report and radiology report would all be interoperable and come together in an integrated synoptic view, which would be for primary care, which would be for specialists, which would be for patients, and it might even provide them with different reports depending on the audience. It's also more effective for data warehousing to have this breakdown, and it can help support clinical decision making. Ultimately, at CCO, we intend to use it for our reporting and performance management. But this integrated view could be the key to solving all those issues. So synoptic reporting is a little bit more than just filling out a template. The data can be used for a lot of different purposes, including self-evaluation. So key data elements can be used to populate a dashboard, and a physician can check how they're doing against their peers across their site, across the province. And we can get data faster and more easily. So we can pre-populate reports, we can make different data views for clinicians, we can provide data faster and more effectively. We can improve guideline concordance. All of our synoptic templates are based on clinical guidelines that are widely accepted, and that helps ensure consistency in care. We also strengthen data quality for secondary use, so for research purposes, this data obviously has very high value. So at CCO, one of the things that we do is we stage a lot of the patients that come in. So with pathology data, it's very simple because we have that data discretely stored in our ePath data warehouse. Now an analyst has to go into the EMR, pull out other relevant reports, and do the staging manually. Now only about 79% of all the cases are stageable, and that's not available until a year after data collection. Now by increasing our Synoptic capacity here, we would be able to decrease this manual effort, and we could create significant efficiencies in the Ontario Cancer Registry and make this data available faster when it's needed. So our vision on how to do this is to have a centralized form manager, and this is provided to us by structured data capture. So SDC has a form manager model, and the form filler from SDC would request the form from the form manager. The surgeon in this case would then fill out a report, and this report would be pre-populated with any relevant information from the EMR. Then that report would be filled out and sent to both the EMR and to CCO at our external data repository. We'll be able to synthesize this data and feed that back into the system to do research, to do outcomes analysis, to provide that self-evaluation dashboard, all of those different kinds of uses for this data. And as normal, the patients and providers who need it will get a copy of the report. So SDC is really the tool that will help us achieve this vision, and it can take us very far. We believe that SDC could help us integrate reporting across radiology, pathology, and surgery, making the communications absolutely seamless. It could provide clinical decision support by having the discrete elements and coded questions and answers. SDC is built-in conditional logic. It can pre- and auto-populate reports, as I've mentioned. And one thing that we see SDC has potential for is interfacing with internal and external data sources. So you could hit, for example, a web API that has information that you need and use that for clinical decision support. We really want to be able to unlock this content and retrieve the hidden value. So it's really like a farming scenario where if you have garbage in, you'll get garbage out, and we believe that we need to plant better seeds to grow better data. Thanks for your time.